What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. And today's build video is going to be my max crit build with 1440 rounds per minute. This weapon shreds, but don't take my word for it. Let me go ahead and just jump straight to the gameplay and show you. I'm not only taking out people with 2 million armor, I'm melting through their unbreakable, their tardigrade, their shields, it doesn't matter. I'm sitting here killing 3-4 people at a time within seconds. But again, you don't have to take my word for it. Just sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, and let's watch some gameplay. But while you're at it, don't forget, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments section below. But alright, I am Kamikazevondoom, and let's jump to the gameplay.
Agent down. Seeker mine detected. An agent needs assistance. Agent incapacitated. Rogue defender drone detected. detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue Structure Drone detected. Rogue Defender Drone detected. Rogue Commander Seeker Mine detected. Agent down. Trauma detected.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Some of those clips were pretty quick, but that's because I'm shooting at 1440 rounds per minute. Alright, let's go into the build breakdown. And here it is. This is my max crit build with 1440 RPMs. Now starting off at the top with my specialization. I need demolitionist specialization. Reason being is it gives me the small laser pointer weapon attachment that I can put on my vector that gives me more crit chance. Just jumping straight to the stats. This is for my primary weapon. 60 crit chance, 173 crit damage. But with my proc, I get up to 198% crit damage. And that's with 1440 rounds per minute. This thing is insane. But alright, so enough about the specialization. Let's talk about these crazy weapons. Now here it is. This is my primary weapon. You saw me burn through everybody with this. It is a Vector 9mm. Now this one's at 89.1k total damage with 1440 RPMs. And as long as you have one bullet in the chamber, you can get up to 54 bullets per magazine. Now for the attributes, this one is God rolled. Max SMG damage, max crit chance, and max rate of fire. That's the only way to get this build up to 1440 is you have to have max rate of fire on the weapon and you have to run 3 pieces of striker gear. Now for the talent, it's pretty much a given. You have to use Optimist. Now Optimist, you gain 3% weapon damage for every 10% ammo missing from your magazine. But with 1440 rounds per minute, you are going through your magazine pretty much instantly, which gives you all of this weapon damage instantly. All you have to do is point and shoot, and the Optimist will give you all that extra weapon damage. Pretty nice. Now looking at the attachments, for the optic, I am using the Rugged Mini Reflex for crit chance. For the magazine, extended 9mm mag, that's what boosts my magazine size up to the 53, 54 if you have one in the chamber. Now the underbarrel is the small laser pointer. This is what I get from the demolitionist specialization, and that's actually how I get to the max crit chances from using this laser pointer. And then finally, I'm using the flash hider for my muzzle, and that gives me 5% crit damage. Now my secondary is the Eagle Bearer. Now the only way to get this exotic assault rifle is from doing the Dark Hours raid on normal. You can either get it from a boss drop or you can get it at the end from opening up the chest. Now this one is at 118.9k total damage. Now the RPMs on this is 863 with a 60 round magazine. Now for the attributes, max assault rifle damage, max headshot damage, and 19.5 health damage. Now the talents that are pretty cool on this, Eagle's Strike and Tenacity. So Eagle's Strike, the longer I shoot the weapon, the more accuracy I get, up to 30% more accuracy. Now, headshot kills will give me tenacity, which then it negates 40 to 80% of your damage until that buff expires. So if you can kill up to 3 people before that buff expires, you can get 100% negated damage, and then you don't have to worry about it. It's pretty cool. Now my sidearm is the double barrel sawed-off, 1.4 million total damage with max shotgun damage, 8% damage to targets out of cover, and 7% damage to armor. I have preservation on there, no real rhyme or reason. It's hitting for 1.4 million, so I don't really have to worry about anything else. But alright, so that is my specialization and the weapons. Let's talk about the build. So overall summary, it is 3 pieces of Striker, 2 pieces of Sokolov Concern, and the Coyote's Mask. So let's do a deep dive. Starting off with the mask, this is the Coyote's Mask. It is the exotic mask with the talent Pack Instincts. So based off of how far away you are from the enemy, you and your team will get different buffs. Now this is able to be stackable, so if you're running with a full squad that all have Coyote's Mask, you can get all 3 of these different procs at the same time. Now, Pack Instincts. The reason why I am using the mask is because of the 0 to 15 meters buff. That gives me 25% crit damage. Now I'm already at max crit chance, so I wanted the Coyote's Mask because I am up close and personal against the enemies. I'm in their face shooting the vector, and with that it buffs up my crit damage up to that 198%. So now I have max crit chance and I have 198% crit damage. It's insane. Now as far as the attributes, God rolled. Max weapon damage, crit damage, and crit chance. For the mod, a max crit damage mod. Now go into the backpack. Sokolov Concern backpack. Now the Sokolov Concern brand set bonuses I get from this build, 10% SMG damage and 15% crit damage. Now for the attributes, max weapon damage, max crit damage, and then 5% crit chance. I don't need any higher crit chance because I'm already at the cap. Now for the mod, I have max crit damage again. That is key. Now for the talent, I'm using Adrenaline Rush. Now Adrenaline Rush is different in PvP and PvE. In fact, it is cut in half for PvP, just so you guys know. Now Adrenaline Rush, whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, you will gain bonus armor. This will stack up to 3 times, and every 5 seconds it will re-proc. There's no, any cooldown period after the fact. All it is, the buffs over and over and over as long as you are around enemies. Now, like I said, it is different in PvP than PvE. So you can see right here, the PvP modifiers, it only gives you 10% bonus armor per enemy. But if I go back to PvE, it gives you 20% bonus armor per enemy. Now going to the chest piece, Sokolov Concern chest piece. Now this one is God rolled. I have max weapon damage, crit damage, and crits. For the mod, I'm using another max crit damage mod. Now, of course, I have Intimidate on here. This is basically a meta build with RPMs. So you have to have the Adrenaline Rush on the backpack to proc the bonus armor within 10 meters. And then that will help you with Intimidate, because as long as you are within 10 meters of an enemy and you have bonus armor, you get 35% amplified damage. Now this is PvP or PvE, it doesn't matter. Alright, and then the 3 pieces of Striker. So starting off with the Striker gear set bonuses I get from this build, I have 15% weapon handling and 15% rate of fire. That's how I get my Vector up to 1440 RPMs. Now as far as the attributes, for the Striker gloves, max weapon damage and crit damage. Go down to the knee pads, Strikers, max weapon damage and crit damage. And then finally the holster Striker with max weapon damage and crit damage. And that's actually the build. No, nothing really crazy. It's a lot of fun, and you can melt anybody in front of you. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, I was in conflict, so I like to run the explosive seeker mine just so I can track my enemy. And then I love to run the jammer pulse. That helps get rid of decoys, striker, or stinger hives, basically any skills they want to throw at you. This thing will help, and it's amazing. Highly recommend. Alright, if I were to use this in the dark zone, I would get rid of the seeker mine and then go for a decoy. So then I would run decoy and then jammer pulse. Alright, and let's finish off with the stat sheet. Now this is for the Vector 9mm. 89.1k weapon damage with 29.7k PvP weapon damage. I'm at max crit chance and 173 crit damage before the Coyote's Mask. Now I've already explained that with the Coyote's Mask, this actually goes up to 198% crit damage. And then of course 70% headshot damage. Go down to the offensive tab. We have 100% all weapon damage bonus with 40% SMG damage bonus. So every time I use the Vector, I have 140% damage bonus total. Now the gear talents, again, Adrenaline Rush with Intimidate, that is the meta of all metas. And then of course use the Pack Instincts from the Coyote's Mask, and that's how you get that extra crit damage. Go down to the defensive tab, 26k armor with 332k health, and then 10% explosive resistance and protection. Now of course that is from my watch level. So this is going to be the disclaimer I do for all of my build videos. I am currently watch level or shade level 1758. That means that all of these boxes you can see are maxed out 50 of 50. That means that all of the bare minimums for these attributes are maxed out from my watch, and then the rest of it comes from my build. So if you are above shade level 1000, all of these boxes should be maxed out, and then all you need to do is copy and paste my build and you will get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these boxes are not going to be maxed out, and in turn some of your attributes will not be as high as mine whenever you copy and paste your build. So just keep that into account whenever you're making these builds, because sometimes comment and say, oh well, I put together your build but I'm not getting the same numbers, what's going on? And then I'm like, well, what watch level are you? Oh well, I'm watch level 600. Well, that's probably why. You need to get your watch level up, and then you'll have the exact same numbers as me. But alright, that is your disclaimer, and this is my max crit build with 1440 RPMs. This thing just shreds. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and while you're at it, don't forget, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I'm Kamikazevondoom, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.